Good evening, everyone. My name is Toyikumo Aaron, and today I am going to be talking on the book Compound Effects, and I am going to be sharing what I have understood from the book. So, firstly, what is compound effects? Compound effects is the ability to grow little things over time so they become large to an extent that it can even be surprising to you. There are things that can make compound effects to like be big and huge because it doesn't look like when you start really moving, but with time it builds. That is the power of compound effects. And I am going to be sharing an instance now, like I'm going to be giving an example of what I understand. You know this saying that they say slow and steady wins the race. That is exactly how compound effect was. So let me go back to the instance. For example, now, let's say I am earning about, okay, or let me just say I am earning about 98,000 naira in a month. Maybe that's my allowance now. And then I decide that, okay, from this 98,000, maybe I'm going to be saving every month 28,000 naira from it. Initially, it may look small, but when we look at it and calculate it over a year, you find out that it is really, really huge. Like, really, really huge. So that's the power of compound effect. Initially, it may not look like it is really big, but with time, you will see that it compounds and becomes really, really, really huge. And now I am going to be giving um, some examples that make compound effect possible, that makes it possible for us to be able to carry out. So number one, we have um choices. I'm going to be starting with choices. Now, choices is either going to make us reach our goals or fall below our goals. It's the choices that we make that make us every day. Now, the choices that we make choices every day, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Knowing or knowing, we make choices every day. For example, now, today, today I just finished eating. I just finished eating one plate of rice right now, and to be honest, I am okay. I am full. I am full. I am okay, but I am still craving. Like, I'm not hungry, but I am craving to like eat indomie now. But I don't. I don't. I just decided that no, I am not hungry. This one I want to use for this indomie now. Let me save it. And I started saving. I started saving since I think yes on the 6th of this month. I started saving on the 6th of this month, and to make this savings possible, I made a lot of choices from what I eat. I had to cut off some of my spendings. So these are the choices that we are really talking about here. Choices is what will make this compounding possible, like choices. And apart from choices, now I'm going to be talking about another part, which is habits. Now, habits, we can develop habits. Like, habits is the way we live, like the things that we do. Habits, okay. Habits, let me just put it like this. Habits can be seen as the things that we do. Yeah, that's just habits. Habits is the things that we do every day, knowingly or unknowingly. Now, habits can be good or bad. They are good habits and they are bad habits. Like a good habit, for example, now, every day when I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth. That's a good habit. But there are most of us that won't wake up in the morning, we don't brush our teeth. That's a bad habit. And once there's a way that, because when I was little, when I wake up in the morning, I didn't used to brush. Like, I would just go and start eating. But with time, with my mother's advice, I started brushing every morning. And with time, I found out that when I wake up and I did not brush, I won't be feeling like myself. Like, I won't be feeling okay. So with time, I couldn't do without brushing in the morning again. If I don't brush in the morning, I won't feel okay. I won't feel really comfortable. So now I can't do without brushing. That's habits. Habits with time becomes part of us. Unfortunately, we have bad habits, and with time too, bad habits can also become part of us. There are a lot of bad habits like eating, like drinking too much of sugary things. Like there was a time that this may sound funny, but I nearly became addicted to Fanta. Yes, like how can somebody be addicted to Fanta? But I nearly became addicted to Fanta because I started taking it too much to an extent that it was looking like I couldn't do without the Fanta anymore. So I just had to keep taking it. Until I came and I said, wait, do I really need to slow down with this habit of drinking too much of this Fanta. That's when I now decided that okay, let me just reduce it. If not, it was becoming really part of me. So, habits in the beginning may look hard to start, but with time, it actually becomes part of us. All we need to do is just start the habits. With time, the habit becomes part of us. It's not really hard. Another part that makes this compounding, the compound effect possible is momentum. Now, momentum is the way we start. Now, initially, when you want to start compounding, it may look slow, but we just have to keep going without really looking back like that. That is the choice. That is also part of making a choice. You just have to really keep going without looking back. I mean, just continue. So, in other words, momentum is everything. Now, in our journey of life, like in our journey of compounding, as I would put it, um, we can keep going. We can be going, like we can gather a lot of momentum and keep going, but along the way, if we have bad influences, it may affect us. Now, influences are the things that tends to we can have good influences. Like this book that I'm reading now, The Compound Effect, it has been a very good influence of me. I have been able to save to okay, it's little now, but I can probably say that I've been able to save to a great extent. Yes, I've been able to save to a great extent. Now, but there are influences like today now in my room, like what I am trying to see because apparently I'm full, I am okay now. My roommate we bought rice, rice, drink, minerals, and I was just looking at it and it was like I was like, man, I want to eat this thing too, I want to eat it. Like I really wanted to eat it too. But it's that's the thing with influences. It tends to pull you back. But I would like to tell us today that we should allow only good things to influence us. Like what are influencing us? We can be influenced by good things. We can also be influenced by bad things. I would like us to allow good things to influence us. Like this book, for example, now it has influenced me in a good way. And I will tell you, when we are able to overcome influence, overcome bad influence and stay only on good influence, I promise you that we are going to go far. And that's what brings me to what I'll be explaining lastly today, acceleration. Acceleration for me in that book is my final part. Like it's the final part that I have reached. Okay, that's where I have reached in the book, and that's where I'll be stopping because that's the farthest I'll go. Acceleration, one bit from everything. Like if you get everything that I have explained now, you will move very fast. Acceleration will be easy. You will find out that with time, when you have gone very far with this with compounding, with saving over time or whatever you are doing in terms of compounding, you find out that over a time you have gone really far. And when you look back and you see that you have actually gone really far, you keep going further. You have the momentum to keep going and going. That's the joy. Initially, in summary, it might look like we have started little, you're not really going far. you're two, you're down. But that's just the thing. You initially it may look small, but with time you keep rising and rising and rising, and you see that you have really, really gone far. And then when you look back, you'll be like, wow, and you still be eager to go further. I believe that you understand because this book has really, really helped you. And I'm glad to have shared what I really understand on the book Compound Effect. Thank you. Thank you.